اوكي. طيب، بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. again. طيب، اللي عنده سؤال، أنا رأيي you just raise your hand and try to have the image of the question sent to the chat, and then I will take your question. I'll take one question at a time. If we finish all, I can take other questions يعني. Um, so yeah, so if anyone has any questions, please raise your hand, and then we will take you يعني one by one according to the queue. تفضل. Okay, يلا يا غلا. Did you put your question in chat? Let me check. We're in the chat. طيب, so let's take the first question, and then if nobody raises his hand or her hand, we'll take the second question. طيب, let's bring it let's bring it here. How am I gonna bring it? Okay. This is the chat. Copy. And then we can do paste. لا, paste. غريب ليش ما أخذوه؟ Okay. I remember this was a problem, and I think I fixed it. Copy. مرة ثانية. Paste. Allow paste. Paste as picture. طيب. Let's try again. Copy. وبعدين paste as picture. غريب ليش ما عم اوكي, يمكن هلا نعمل send a copy to او خلينا نعمل كوبي هيك ان شاء الله هلا تزبط. كوبي paste. اوكي, الحمد لله مش الحال اخيرا. اوكي. طيب, so let's see the question together. given the following code, what is the output? Okay, what is the output? طيب. So as we usually did in class, what we do is we check what are the variables. I have 3 variables, I, j, k. So let me note that down. So I have I, j, k. Okay. So now we start with I equals 0, k equals 0. So this is I equals 0, k equals 0. While I less than 3, 0 is less than 3, صح? So we proceed. J equals 0, so now j is equal to 0. While j is less than 3, 0 is less than 3. Now we go inside the body of the while loop. If I is less than j, 0 is less than, if I is greater than j, which means 0 is greater than 0. Now this is not correct. So we will not add k, and we will add j equal j plus 1. So j becomes 1. Okay. طيب. Then where do we go to? We go back to the while. لأنه I equal I plus 1 is outside the while. So we go back to the while. Now j is equal to 1. 1 is less than 3. If I is greater than j, 0 is not greater than 1. So I will not add k. J becomes 2. 2 is less than 3. Yes. 0 is not greater than 2. So again, j equal j plus 1. J is equal to 3. Now, 3 is not less than 3. Now we add 1 to I. So now I is equal to 1. Is that okay so far? So I finished now a whole iteration of the while, I less than 3. And I finished all iterations of j less than 3 for I equals 0. So now I start again with j equals 0. Now, 0 is less than 3. If I is greater than j, 1 is greater than 0. صح? So what do? We add 1 to k. So now k became 1. Okay. Now k became 1. طيب. So j equal j plus 1. So we add 1 to j. Is 1 less than 3? Yes. Is 1 greater than 1? No. So again, j will become 2, and then j will become 3, because in all of them, 1 is not greater than 2, 1 is not greater than 3. So we will go outside, and now I is equal to 2. Now, since I is now is equal to 2, now we go back here. While 2 is less than 3, yes. So j is equal to 0. We go back to j equal to 0. If I is greater than j, if 2 is greater than 0, yes. So k equal k plus 1. So now k is added by 1. And then j equal j plus 1. Hey, j equal j plus 1. طيب. Now, 1 is less than 3. If 2 is greater than 1, yes. So add 1 to k. So we add 1. So now this is 3. صح? And then j equal j plus 1. J is equal to 2. Now, 2 is less than 3, yes. If 2 is greater than 2, no, 2 is not greater than 2. So we will not update k, and we will increase j by 1. And now we go outside, and I equal I plus 1. So I is equal to 3. Now, when I is equal to 3, 3 is not less than 3. I'll go outside, and I will print k. So the answer is D. Basically, 3 is the answer, as this shows. Was this the right answer, يا غلا? Okay. طيب يعني we did not make a mistake. الحمد لله. Okay. طيب الظاهر ما في إلا غلا اللي عندها أسئلة. So I'll go to the second question. ترى if I don't receive any other questions than these 2 questions, the help session is over. فأنتوا حرين. Okay. طيب. So let's go to the second question of Ghana. Now I need to remember. Let me just keep. Okay. Now I need to remember how did I do it. Go to chat. And now I say send a copy to copy. Okay. Paste. Very good. طيب. Oops, and I don't want to. Okay. Let me crop this so that we try to use as much space as we can. Okay. Very good. طيب. So what will be the output of the following code, fragment? Again, this is a nested loop. This is a nested loop. So just as we learned, what are my variables in here? I have x, I have I have j, and I and j are ranges. So I will make more space for the columns of I and j so that I can go over each one at a time. Let me just make sure. No. Okay. طيب. So xij. So this is x. Let me use. Okay. So this is x. This is I. And this is j. طيب. So we start with x equals 1. So x is equal to 1. طيب. For I in range 3, 7, 2. Now, who's going to tell me what are the values of this range? Just say it on the mic.
It will be 3, 5, and that's it.
And that's it. لأنه 7 is excluded. Excellent.
Yeah.
It will be 3 and 5. So we start with I equal 3. So I is equal to 3. Okay, so now I go in the first iteration in the outer loop. X equal x plus 1. So now x equals to 2. طيب, for j in range 1, 3. So what is the range for j now? Well, 1, 3, it's basically 1, 2, and of course 3 is excluded. So it will be 1 and 2. So let me put the arrow on 1. So now j is equal to 1. Okay, طيب. Now with j equals 1 here, x equal x minus 1. So x goes back to 1. Okay, x goes back to 1. And then print x and equal the empty string. So let's put the print out here. Okay, so I will print the value of x, which is 1. And of course, I will continue writing right next to 1 because the empty string is the end. Right. Now we finished the first iteration of j. Now we go to the second iteration of j. J is equal to 2. And x is equal to x minus 1. So x is equal to 1, x is equal to x minus 1. This becomes 0, right? And now print x and equal the empty string. So I will print the 0. Okay, I will print the 0. And now we are done with the for loop. We finished all the iterations for the inner for loop. So now I go back to the outer for loop and I get the next what you call the next value for I. So the next value for I is 5. So this will be 5. طيب. Next, x equal x plus 1. So x is equal to 0. So now x is equal to 1, right? X is equal to 1. By the way, do you notice that after we finished the second iteration, I think the answer should be D. But anyways, let's continue just to make sure. Okay, let's continue just to make sure. So we continue. So x equal to x plus 1. So x is equal to 1. And then for j in range, again, I'm going to put the range 1, 3. So 1, 2, I will put the 1 here. And j is equal to 1. Okay, and j is equal to 1. So now when j is equal to 1, x equal x minus 1. So x becomes 0, right? X becomes 0. And then print x end equal space. So I'm going to print the 0. Okay, so I'm done with the first iteration of the inner for loop, اللي هي for j. Now I'll go for the next one, which is the 2. J is equal to 2. Now when j is equal to 2, x equal x minus 1. So x is equal to minus 1. And then print x and equal the empty string. So I will print minus 1. And we are done basically with the inner loop iteration. Now when we go to the outer loop iteration, I finished 3, I finished 5, there is nothing more. So basically we are done, and the answer is D. And the answer is D. Okay? Any question on these two questions? Any question on these two questions? So the key here is that we always, whenever we have any loops, or in fact, any code, just put all the variables in a table-like manner, and then trace your code. That's the main idea. طيب. So we are done now with these two questions, and I can see there are no any more questions. As I said, if there are no questions, we can stop there. طيب يلا من غير رفع ايادي, without raising hands. طيب, let's take this question from Abdulaziz. طيب. Oh boy, this is a big one. طيب. Can I do the following? Paste again. And then let's crop. So we'll have one part is the question, which is the flow chart. Okay. And the other one, we will take the answers. Mhm. Okay. طيب. So the question says, which Python code below corresponds to the following flowchart? Corresponds to the following flowchart. طيب. So let me write what I see in the flowchart, and then we can compare with the answers. So x equal get input. It seems to me that, well, I don't want to use it. Okay. So x equal int input. It seems to me that it's a it seems to me that it's an integer because it's being squared. طيب. Y equal either x to the power 2 or x times x, x times x, or x to the power 2. طيب. And then here, let's see this condition. So if y is less than 1, we need to execute this, and then we need to execute this. If y is not less than 1, then we will execute this. So in both cases, this line is being executed, right? So first of all, so at least we know that this is not a loop now. This is an if statement, and this if statement does not have an else. Why? Because it's not like this. Yani had this arrow was coming here, then it will be an if else. But since the arrow came here, this means that this will be executed regardless whether the condition was true or no. Okay, regardless of whether the condition was true or no. So this means that I will say if y is less than 1, y equal y plus 1 or y plus equal 1. Okay, and then I'll just do z equal y squared. This is outside the if statement. Z equal y times y or y squared, and finally the output. So in general, and here is basically the output. So let's go to the answers. So if we go to the answers, x equal float, well, I said int, but okay, so float input, enter value of x, y equal x square. If y is less than 1, y equal y plus 1, else z equal y times y. Well, this is not correct, as I said, because at any rate, this is executed. We come here, x equal float input, y equal x times x. If y is less than 1, y equal y plus 1, z equal y square, else z equal y square, print z equals z. Put z to output. ايش رايكم؟ Is this a right answer ولا لا؟ Is this the same as this? What do you think?
Yeah, it is the same.
It's exactly the same, صح? It's exactly the same. Because at any rate, z equal y squared is being executed. Okay? Z equal y squared is being executed. However, my solution is more elegant. It's a little bit more succinct, صح? Because now it's in my solution, it's much clearer that this will always be executed, z equal y squared. Okay? طيب. Part C, of course, else, so the print is only being printed in the else, which is definitely wrong. Okay? Which is definitely wrong. طيب. So that's this question. Any more questions? Any more questions? خلاص, shall we close the... Okay, طيب. Let's go to the next question. Okay. طيب. Send the copy. Paste. Let's crop. Okay. طيب. So now this is on dictionaries and for loops. So what will be the output of the following Python code? We have dictionary 1, we have dictionary 2, and we have a variable k. So we have 3 variables. So let's care for those 3 variables. And k is an iterator. So this means that all the variables will have wide columns. So this is dictionary 1. This is dictionary 2. And this is k. Right. So what is dictionary 1? Well, dictionary 1 is 1A, C3, and 4, 5. Okay. Dictionary 2 is 1, C, 3, A. Okay. 3A. طيب. Okay. So for K in dictionary 2. Now for K in dictionary 2, what are the values of K here? For K in dictionary 2. Help.
It will be 1 and 3.
It should be 1 and 3 because the keys are when we iterate or when we check whether something in a dictionary, we are looking at in any of the keys, right?
Yes.
So for K in dictionary 2, this means that the values here are 1 and 3. we will start with 1, and I'm going to put k equal 1 as the first value. Okay, طيب. So now it says, if k in dictionary 1, is k in dictionary 1?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, hey. 1 is in dictionary 1 as a key. So what do I do? Delete dictionary 1 of k, right? Dictionary 1 of k, which is equal to 1. So I'm going to delete this entry, this attribute value pair 1 and a. So the result of in the first iteration, basically dictionary 1 has now changed to C3, and then 4, 5. Okay, so now we are done with this print is outside the for loop. So now we're done with the first iteration. Now we go to the second iteration. The second iteration is 3. So k is equal to 3. So now with k being equal to 3, if 3 in dictionary 1, is a 3 in dictionary 1?
No.
No, because although 3 here is a value, it's not a key, right? But I don't have a key. Oh, by the way, I'm looking in the wrong area, صح? I'm looking at the wrong area. Where is dictionary 1?
The one that's updated in the left.
The one on the left. I should be looking here. Okay, I should be looking here. So if k in dictionary 1 is a 3 in dictionary 1, well, 3 is not in dictionary 1. So what do? I do nothing. And then I go to the next iteration of the for loop, but the for loop is finished, and I'm finished with 1 and 3. I'm finished with 1 and 3. So now, if I want to print dictionary 1, what do I print? So for the printout, it's going to be اللي هي C with 3 and 4, 5, which is C. Okay, which is C. Is this the right answer? Okay, very good. So until now, no mistakes. يلا الحمد لله. Okay. Keep. طيب. Do we have oh, we have now many more questions. طيب. Let's go. Okay. Send the copy. Where is it? Copy. Okay. Yes. Okay, let me check one thing before I move on. Okay. Okay. Very good. طيب, so what is the output of the following Python code? Okay, so what are the variables that I have here? Well, I have data, which is a list, and that's it. صح? That's it. So basically data. I always make this mistake. So data is the list containing is 0. Okay, is the list containing is 0. طيب. Okay, so now it says if data. Now, what did we say regarding different values in terms of being treated as a true or false? Being treated as a true or false. We said that as far as primitive values are concerned, like integers and floats, the value 0 or 0.0 is considered false. Okay, any value, any non-zero value will be considered as true. طيب, what about containers? Well, it depends. If the container is empty, then it is considered false. Like, for example, an empty string. An empty string is considered false. An empty list is considered false. An empty set is considered false. An empty dictionary is considered false. Any empty, what you call, even an empty range is considered false. Okay? And then any non-empty container is considered true. Okay? Any non-empty container is considered true. Right. So let's apply this piece of information on this example. So it says here, if data. Now, data here is what? This is the list, صح? Is the list empty or non-empty?
Non-empty.
Non-empty. So this means that this should evaluate to true. I will go inside. Like, now, when I go inside, I have another if statement. If data of 0. What is data of 0?
It is
Zero.
0.
It's the
0.
primitive integer 0, صح? It's the primitive integer 0. Now, if 0, well, 0 in this case is equivalent to false. So I will not execute the body of the if. I will go to the body of the else, and I will print inner false. So inner false is printed. Next, of course, since I went here because data was true, I will skip this, and the only thing that is being printed is inner false. Okay? Was that the correct answer?
Yes, it is the correct answer.
Right. Okay, any question before we move to the next one? Okay, very good. Here. And let's go to the next. Okay. Yes. Okay. Very good. طيب. So what will be the output of the following Python program? So I have here text and out. Okay, I have only two variables, text and out. So let me put here text and out. طيب. So the value of text is ظهران جبيل دمام. Okay, so ظهران جبيل space جبيل. In fact, let me do it. text and out. So now this is ظهران space جبال space دمام. Okay. طيب والout is the empty string. طيب هلا if JUB in text. Okay. So now I need to check whether this is a substring of this. Is capital JUB a substring of string text? Hello?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So what do we do? Out equal out plus J. Okay. So now out becomes J. Now out becomes J. طيب. Now let's go to the second if statement. If dam in text is DAM in text. Hello?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not because here D is small d, and I don't have small d, small a, small m. I have capital D, small a, small m, but not small d, small a, small m. So this is false. So nothing will change here. Okay. Now we come here. If ظهران not in text. Right. So is this string ظهران not in text? Is this a true statement or false?
It is false.
ليش false? Look at this string.
Yeah,
It starts
yeah,
with
it
what?
is true. It is. It is true. There's
It's true.
space.
There is a space. There is no space here. So if this string not in text, yes, this string is not in text. I don't have space followed by ظهران. I have ظهران only. So out plus equal x. So we are going, so this is equivalent to out equal out plus x. So I will concatenate. So it becomes j x. Okay, becomes jx. And then print output. I will print the capital J, capital X, which is the first answer. Answer A. Okay, is this the correct answer?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? Any questions before we go to the next question? طيب. Let me check if somebody wants to join. Okay, nobody. Okay. So I think this is the next question. Copy. Okay. So let me drop it. Okay. So what is the range of m values so that the following Python code prints east? Assume m is already defined with some value. Assume m is already defined with some value. This means that يعني the reason for this assumption هذا ليش بطل يمشي؟ وين راح؟ بعدين what did I do? Okay. So this means that the value m is defined. It will not generate a runtime error if I try to compare it. It has been initialized to some value. So what is the range of m values so that the following Python code prints east? Now, where is east? East is here. Okay, east is here. Type. When am I going to reach this else? In general, now I'm not asking about the right answer. I'm talking in general. If I want to come to this block, what needs to happen in general?
The first two has to be false.
The first two conditions have to be false. صح? The first two conditions have to be false. So m less than 20 has to be false. But if m is less than 20, it's false. Or not m is less than 20. What is the negation of m less than 20?
Greater
What's
than
the-
or equal 20.
Exactly. M is greater than or equal to 20. So this is false when M is greater than or equal to 20. Type. Also, I want this to be false. M is greater than 10. So what are the values of, what is the negation of M greater than 10? Or what is not between brackets M is greater than 10? أيوة.
M less than or equal to 10.
M is less than or equal to 10. Okay, so if this is false and this is false, I will come here. If this is false and this is false, I will come here. Well, this is false and this is false. Like M is greater than or equal to 20. And at the same time, M is less than or equal to 10. How many values of M satisfy both of these two conditions? إنه M is greater than or equal to 20 and M is less than or equal to 10.
Nothing.
Nothing. M is greater than or equal to 20. ترى this is 10. This is 20. M is greater than or equal to 20. It includes this and everything there. M is less than or equal to 10. It includes the 10 and everything there. So what is this and this? It's empty. So this means that the above code cannot print these. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct.
Okay, very good. Okay. طيب. Any more questions? And to tell you the truth, I don't see any more questions. So let's wait 1 minute. If no more questions, we can finish, inshallah, the help session, and I'll try to share it with everybody. Okay. Okay. طيب, thank you very much. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Wish you all the best, inshallah, tomorrow.